Ben Shapiro, Squeaky Benjamin, he went viral the other day for all the wrong reasons. I'm sure all of you guys have seen this by now. He spoke about a new song by Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, and it's called WAP. I think most of you know what that stands for. Well, if you don't, it's okay, because Ben Shapiro let us know in what has quickly become one of the most infamous moments in cringy internet history.
Here are some of the lyrics. You ready? Whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. Hold up. I said certified freak 7 days a week. Wet ass P-word. Make that pullout game weak. Yeah, you effin' with some wet ass P-word. P-word is female genitalia. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass P-word. Give me everything you got for this wet ass P-word. Beat it up, N-word. Catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this P-word right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I want to ride. I do a Kegel while it's inside. Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes. This P-word is wet, come take a dive. It continues along these lines. And it gets significantly more vulgar. Like a lot more vulgar. Talk your S-word, bite your lip. Ask for a call while you ride that D-word. You really ain't never gonna F him for a thing. He already made his mind up before he came. Now get your boots and your coat for this wet-ass P-word. Pay my tuition just to kiss me on this wet-ass P... Right, so this is... Guys, this is what feminists fought for. This is what the feminist movement was all about. It's not... it's not really about, women being treated as independent, full, rounded human beings. It's about wet-ass P-word. And if you say anything differently, it's because you're a misogynist, you see. It gets really vulgar.
Why, bro? Why? Why'd you have to do it? Now, when he saw that he was trending as a result of this, he went on Twitter and he made it worse. He said something along the lines of like, my wife's a doctor, and so she tells me that if indeed somebody does have wet-ass P-word, that what that means is you probably have some sort of diagnosable medical issue. Here are a few of what those medical issues may be. And everybody's response, naturally, everybody was like, wow. So Ben Shapiro was saying, obviously the only way a woman can have a wet pussy is if she has some sort of medical condition. Somebody said to him, oh, Ben, is that what your wife tells you about why she doesn't get wet? Oh, man. But he does it to himself, man. He just dug a deeper and deeper and deeper hole. He couldn't help. He's just digging away all day. Let me make myself look ridiculous. Ben Shapiro apparently doesn't know much about wet-ass P-word, and I'm not surprised at all by that. But this is what happens, guys, when it's so easy for unserious people to get lost on the battlefield of the culture war. That's what it is. People are getting lost on the battlefield of the culture war, and you end up looking ridiculous. This guy, he does a political show like we do here, right? And I don't know, man. How much time are you spending on the pandemic? How much time are you spending on the fact that we're effectively in a depression? The real unemployment is 20%. Are you talking about the freaking 7 or 8 wars that we're still in? You want to talk about that a little bit? Or it's like, no, this is what was on his mind. Curious. I wonder why it's on his mind. Horny Benjamin. We're changing the name from Squeaky Benjamin to Horny Benjamin. But who cares? Who cares? He thinks he's making some brilliant point about feminism. Dude, there are all types of different schools of thought in feminism. There's sex-positive feminism and sex-negative feminism. Yes, the sex-negative feminists would say that this is exploitative by its very nature, and all you're doing is feeding into a man's desire, and you need to strive to be your own independent woman, and so, sex is not something that we should really concern ourselves with and shouldn't be as upfront with it and stuff like that. Yes, there are sex-negative feminists who would argue that. There's also sex-positive feminists who would argue, actually, yes, liberation means freedom. Freedom means we get to say and do whatever we want as long as we're not hurting anybody else, and that includes being very overtly sexual, so you can piss right off. Of course there are different schools of thought in feminism, but he makes it seem like this is a giant gotcha. Like, see? Feminism has led to women singing sexual songs that make me hard. What, did I say that part out loud? Did I say it out loud?
I don't know why I didn't do it in his voice. This is the voice that he uses. Yeah, I must say that I'm very uncomfortable with the wet-ass P word. I mean, the lyrics are very, very vulgar. I don't even understand, you know, what... I really don't like it at all, guys, I swear. This is really bad. This is really one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. I mean, all I see is big booties bouncing and...
Oh, Benjamin. What are we going to do with you, man? What are we going to do with you? Again, if your lane is politics, economics, foreign policy, like, yes, there are real answers there. There are real things to talk about there. Real policies to pursue and flesh out. If you get lost in this culture war battle, it's like, what's the point? Like, what? Okay, so the point of this segment is what? You know, likey, sexy song? And? I don't really give a fuck if you like it or not. I don't really give a fuck. And I guess most of the people in your audience were probably watching that too, like, why are we talking about this? Yes, Ben, there's all types of music. You want to go listen to some classical music, or you want to go listen to some music where it's not, like, sexual and all up in your face? By all means, there's plenty of stuff to go see. There's also stuff out there that's sexual. What do you want to do, Ben? You want to ban this stuff? Is that what you want to do? You want to take a stand? Society needs to take a stand against all this open sexuality. Gross. Well, what happened? I thought that you were the people who believed in freedom and believed in free speech. Yes, part of free speech, part of free expression is stuff that you might not find tasteful, stuff that you might not like, songs that you might not like. It's almost like, guys, if he was a commentator in like the 1970s and 1980s, we all know he would have been out there along with, what's her name, Tipper Gore, trying to argue that like rap music should be banned. He'd be right there. He really thinks that that's like a worthy fight. That like, you know,
we're leading the youth astray by having stuff like this. And
or a song is just a song and it doesn't really matter. Get over it.